I thought I'd show you the way that I pack my bike if I'm going away camping. You might have seen a previous video that I did with my CRF 250 where I used soft panniers, and when I went over to Spain last year I kind of fell out of love with the hard panniers on the Africa Twin, but I've got used to them now. So let me show you the way that I kind of pack my bike if I'm just going away for a few nights. Now I know you can get interior bags for these hard panniers, but I found actually that those Bag for Life just work just fine. So this is kind of the main kit that I carry in my one. Inside that there's a Stanley Cookware Kit, and there is a small gas burner, one of those ones that's about the size of a pack of cigarettes, and some washing up liquid and some washing detergent that goes in there, along with a little scrubber. And what I use that for more than anything is to make myself a cup of tea in the morning and in the evening, because when I'm away I tend to eat in the pub. This is an Exped Down Air Mattress, and they're pretty expensive. They're about 100 quid, and they're different from a normal air mattress in that they've got down in them, so you get some thermal insulation as well. I find that there's nothing worse than being cold when you're camping. It's not worth it. It takes all the fun out of it. So it was a good investment for me, and it's good. A cotton inner liner for a sleeping bag gives you a little bit extra warmth if it's cold, and if it's warm, like it was when I was down in Suffolk, you can just use your sleeping bag just as a duvet, and you can sleep in this, and I do that. So these are less than a tenner from Decathlon. This is one of those towels, those mini towels. They're like a chamois, they're like a man-made chamois leather. They're pretty good. And then the tent, and this is a Trek 500 from Decathlon. It's pretty light, probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 kilos. And the best thing about it is that it's small. It's got aluminium poles, and it's small and it's light, and it fits in the panniers. So that's an important thing. And then the other thing that I've got in this side is a small shelter for my when I'm making my tea. And I'll show in this little video the way that my campsite looks when I'm camping. So this is Field Farm Fisheries, which is north of Southwold, Suffolk. It was about 6 in the morning last Sunday. Nice place. As the tent and my little camping chair and the little stove. So that's in the main pannier. Of course the panniers on a Africa Twin are asymmetrical because you've got the exhaust on the other side, and in the other side I use a smaller bag, this size bag, and in that I normally put a change of clothes, some food, and my ultimate camp luxury, which is a little chair. And you'll see it in the video there. I actually find having a little chair is really useful. In some campsites they have picnic tables there that you can use, but not everywhere does, and so that's the real luxury. Now the sleeping bag normally goes on the back, so I have a top box somewhere over the back there. I have a top box, but I really hate riding my bike with a top box. I find that the top box acts like a sail, and when you go past HGVs it kind of blows you out, and so I don't use the top box anymore. Instead what I use is one of those PVC Lomo bags or something similar, which straps to the back of the bike and keeps it nice and low, and you can put a sleeping bag in that and, you know, any other junk that you want to go. But I tend to now travel as light as I can. So what else is on my bike? Okay, because you probably see these crash bags that are on the front of the bike. So these have got inner tubes in, so a front inner tube and a rear inner tube. And on this side normally I carry a thin bike cover, and that's more for security. If you park your bike in a town, if you cover it with a bike cover, people are less interested in it. Whereas if it's just kind of out on display, people tend to have a quick look at it. But you know, if they can't see anything interesting, they tend to ignore it. On the other side, it's the Gore-Tex liners for my BMW rally suit, and a first aid kit. And the first aid kit is always in the front. These little bags just carry junk. It's bags of nuts and bolts and Ziplocs, and my friend Perry gave me a little bike stand there, which is, Perry, there's your bike stand. It's warped a little bit because I actually used it this time, and there's one of those silver thermal blankets in there, and actually there's a tin of Kendal mint cake in there as well, and similar stuff on the other side. And in the tank bag, I use that to carry a couple of cans of Coke, my phone, my wallet, my GoPro, just stuff that I need immediately more than anything else. So this is at a place called Mill Hill Farm in Dunwich, Suffolk. Really beautiful, gorgeous pitch, really nice view out. That's when I set it up. The luxury armchair there, and my little shelter for my stove. And these are two-man tent, but you can't fit two people in there. You'd have to be very cosy. That's about it. If you've got any questions, let me know.